ba bom ba bom ba bom bom ba ba bom ba bom for dang a dang dang for ding a dong ding blue moon moon blue moon dip 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 moon 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 blue moon dip 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 blue moon blue moon dip 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 bom ba bom ba bom ba bom bom ba ba bom ba bom for dang 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 for ding a dong ding blue.
Today I want to give you some tools to bend your reality, to make life bend to your will. So when you think something and you desire something, you know how to effortlessly attain it. I've been using this in my own life. This took me from a 9-to-5 to earning more money than I could ever imagine. Living a life that aligns with me, where I get to make videos for a living, live in Dubai or previously in Thailand, drive fast cars, date beautiful women. It's all in your control. You are the creator of your own reality. Your life is a reflection of you. Most people spend their entire lives looking outside of themselves to try and fix reality, fix their world, when really everything you need is already inside of you. You don't need to make life more complex. Life becomes easier when you know how to bend reality. It becomes effortless. So today I want to break down your limiting beliefs. I want to show you how you can make money effortlessly, how you can get the girl of your dreams effortlessly, and what tools you need to get there, step by step. I want you to imagine right now, essentially the reality you're watching. Let's imagine it's a movie. You've been sitting down and watching a movie. And on all the other channels, there is another movie of your life, a little bit different, another life path. And you can find the channel that shows the movie that has life exactly as you want, your desired reality. However, most people are currently screaming at their television to change the channel. And we all know you don't do that. You just pick up the remote and use the remote. That's pretty simple. What I'm going to teach you today is how to use that remote and stop screaming, trying, making things overly important, burning yourself out, trying to change that channel, trying to change your life, and instead just pick up the remote that's been beside you the whole time and flick to the channel that you want. The reason we can do this is because not many people realize this, but we are the creators of our own reality. One of my favorite beliefs is that life happens for me, not to me. And that's because your reality is just a mirror. It's all perception and belief. Frequency, perception, and belief. Now, frequency, I just made a video on. It's my last video. You can go and check that out. Telling you how to raise your frequency, become a high frequency person. It's very essential in how you see the world. Today I want to focus more on beliefs, because we might get to the right frequency, we might be feeling good, but if a belief comes up, the belief tints our reality. So we need to know what beliefs we actually have about ourselves, about our life, about the things that we do, because whatever we believe is going to become true. And that's because reality is just a mirror of you. You assign the value to events. The mirror doesn't smile until you do. It's a great saying. If you're looking in a mirror and you look sad and you're crying, that's your reality. The mirror is not going to change. The outside world, the universe, is not going to change until you change your face, until you change yourself internally. That's life. Now, most people, they have a reality that they're born into. Nothing we can do about that. It's either good or bad or in between, whatever we assign to it. I believe bad realities can be our biggest gifts. So there's no problem if you started in a bad reality. The problem with it is you probably don't know any of this stuff. You certainly don't when you're young, I didn't. So you generate beliefs off what you perceive to be reality, not knowing that you control reality within yourself. And then you get your perception of the world, and that tints how you see everything else. That tints every event, every circumstance, everything that happens in your life is tinted by your beliefs, and you got your beliefs from your reality, what you thought to be your reality. However, if you're a reality wizard, someone that can control and bend reality, can create the life they desire, they realize beliefs change before reality changes. Beliefs generate reality. That's what we need to move to. We need to realize what beliefs, false beliefs we got from what we perceived our reality to be before we knew this. And we need to change them to the right beliefs, to perceive life in the right way. But first, let's have a look at what happens to most people. So, number one, the majority of people grow up in a house with limited funds, limited money. That's where our limiting belief around making money comes from most of the time. I'm poor but work hard. You will hear that in the house, or you will see that in your life, or you will feel that in your own job. I work really, really hard. I hate this life. I couldn't possibly work any harder, yet I'm still poor. So if I want to make more money, I'd have to work harder than this, therefore making lots of money is really, really hard. That's what most people have in their head. Now, the problem is, even if you want to change that belief, you will never see anything in reality that you don't first have inside of yourself. So you can say to yourself all you want, well, if life gets easier, if I start making more money, when I get this job, this promotion, this business, then maybe I'll believe that money's easier to make and my circumstance can change. It's not that you're not trying, you are trying. You're going out there trying really, really hard. And you're saying, look, I just want some evidence that this is going to change, but that's not how it works. First, you have the belief, and then you can perceive the evidence. You can't perceive the evidence without the belief. You can't align with the thing that you want. The reason you can't align with the thing that you want is because of something called the survival mind. All of these things trigger the survival mind. They make you stressed. And you might think, oh, but everybody's telling me I need to be stressed, that a man's life should not be peace. A man's life should be stress, it should be worry, it should be about how much stress you can deal with. It's just not true. It's quite simply not true. You can have stressful things happen in your life. They always will, but they shouldn't be stressful to you. If you think of the best athletes, warriors, what did they have? A calm mind. The harder you try and hit a golf ball, what happens? It becomes harder to hit, or it shanks off. Harder you try and hit the ball in tennis before you know how to play. The less relaxed you are, the harder it is. But most people don't think this applies to business. It applies to everything. The number one thing is calm, the calmness of the mind. Because what happens is, when we are in survival mode, our frequency changes, our brainwaves change, and we become the conscious mind trying to survive. And we get the problem or the question proposed to us, and we fixate on the problem, the thing that we want to fix. Getting rich, getting rich, getting rich. I've got to do it, or I won't survive. Because we've added excess importance, making things life or death, when they're not important. When we take the importance away, they become manageable. We calm down and we reach the calm mind. That's what's happening day to day. So you look here at the question, but you cannot see the answers, because the answers are at a different frequency, a different brainwave state. However, when we calm the mind, when we get rid of these limiting beliefs by believing life happens for me, not to me, that everything bad that's ever happened to me was for me, that my entire life that makes me a victim is actually my biggest strength, that none of that was bad because it led me right here to this point as this person with these lessons, and I can change. Therefore, I am relaxed because life happens for me, because there is no need to be worried, because everything I desire, I already am. Hopefully that makes sense. That then calms you down to a point where you can access the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind can attain material information from the universe that you cannot see. And it can see the answers. When you're in survival mode, you just see the question or the problem. The answers are hidden from view. Or you find answers that don't work and you rush them. When you're in the calm mind, the answers become easy because they come from outside of yourself. They come from universal intelligence. So you calm the mind. What does this do? This actually activates your intuition and universal intelligence. And you get the blueprints for your desired reality. You know what your reality that you want to live in is. You reduce the importance of that reality. You align your beliefs with getting that reality. You align your frequency with getting that reality. And you become calm in your mind because of these things. Because you now have faith. You now have conviction in your desired reality. When you have that, you can calm down to a point where your brainwaves can access universal intelligence. You are then downloaded the blueprints to desired reality. You are given the path. That's why people say, that idea came out of nowhere. I've got a great feeling about this. That's intuition. When you know somebody's good or somebody's bad, when you have a really great idea and you're not quite sure where it came from, you think of something really good. Now the problem with most people is, and we covered this more in the frequency video, So you can go back and watch that. But most people don't trust themselves because they don't keep their word to themselves. So they don't listen to their intuition. Also, when we're in school, we're always checked up on. We're always kind of told we're not enough, we're not doing enough, or that maybe our answer's wrong. When in fact, our intuition and universal intelligence gives us wonderful ideas. But most people, they can't even listen to their intuition. They're so far removed from it. Another reason for that is distraction. Most people never spend any time with themselves, listening to themselves and what they want. They're on a phone or distracted by pendulums. Social media, massive pendulum. What does it do? Steals your energy and attention, forces you to act in a different way, taking you away from your desired reality. Even if it's positive, even if it's negative, takes you away from the reality that you actually want by stealing your energy. You have to remove the reaction, remove excess importance, care less, and the pendulum does not control you. You put down the phone, you listen to yourself. You realize you do have good ideas when you're calm. You execute on that idea. You act on your thoughts and your frequency and your belief and your conviction. And you take these ideas that come to you when you're calm and you act on them and create your desired reality. That if you rewire your beliefs, if you rewrite them in your mind, your entire past changes. You can affect the past. Because I guarantee you, let's say you believe it's hard to make a lot of money or that money doesn't come to you easily. If you change your belief to money comes to me easily, I guarantee you could go back through your life and find places that money came to you easily. I'm sure you found money before. I'm sure you got a surprise job, a surprise bit of money, or had a little run of luck, but you brushed it off and you went back to the reality you believed. You said, oh, that doesn't happen enough for it to ever be worthwhile. That's never going to happen enough for me to actually change my life. Oh, that was just a one-off, that was a bit of luck. But I'm not that lucky. And money's hard to make. But you go back and you realize that all these little signals have been pointing at you the whole time. You realize that my father left me because he didn't love me. Therefore, I am unworthy of love. A lot of men feel that if their fathers left when they were younger. My father didn't leave. I've spoken to a lot of people that this has happened to them. But what if that belief was actually, my father left because he was scared, because he hadn't mastered himself, and he was a young man, and he loved me more than anything, but he was too scared to act. And through leaving, he's made me a stronger man by figuring things out for myself. You've now got rid of the resentment of your father. You've raised your own frequency. You've got rid of a limiting belief that tells you why you can't be loved or can't be powerful. Just like that. Now, this is really the tip of the iceberg of where I could go into on this. Next Thursday, I'm doing the Relaxed and Rich Masterclass. I'm giving away all my systems, everything I use day to day, my entire teaching and philosophy around this in a free live event. It's underneath this video. Go check it out. You can just click on it. You can watch it for free next Thursday. It'll be 8 p.m. Dubai time, and you can spend 2 hours with me probably, ask questions about this, because this has seriously changed my life. Being able to do this has made my life enjoyable. It made me enjoy what I want to do. Not only that, but give me the results I want. So if you're burnt out, you're an entrepreneur, you're burnt out, you're working harder than ever, you're making less money and you want to change things. Hope to see some of you on the masterclass on Thursday, and I'll see you on the next one. Whoop-pow!